It's just some things you can't do no more. And some places you can't go no more. Some things you say you can't say anymore.
On Bourbon Street or not. But
Corinthians said this is oil. It's probably big. What is bigger than oil? This thing is diamonds. Like, it's like so massive.
I'm not gonna do this with y'all. Y'all not gonna. This is cyberbullying, right?
oh snap. Oh snap. It can't be.
Hey, what's up? What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Man, can you believe it?
Man, look, it's been long time since we done kicked it.
Corinthian, it's been a long time since we done kicked it, man. I'm talking about listen, I'm just happy to be back, man. Welcome everybody. Kicking it with the Kelly.
How y'all doing?
Listen, I know we on late on East Coast time. It's like 9:03 here, but obviously Midwest time. What time you got over there?
Yeah, it's 8:03. We're an hour behind you all.
So listen, we
Central. Yeah.
We didn't cat with our time. Typically, we try to be on Thursdays at 8. So it's 8 somewhere. Listen, man, how you doing, man?
Man, doing good, man. Look, a lot has changed since we the last talked, man.
Corinthian, a lot of a whole lot of shame. Let's get into that first. Yeah. Corinthian, I got bifocals on.
Look, I was gonna say, look, you got glasses on now. I was like, you start wearing glasses.
Corinthian, they told me that I needed them. Corinthian, my eyes was hurting. And I was like, something ain't right. So I went on it. Now I don't know. They could have just been trying to get my money too. I don't know.
Yeah, they gonna get it. They gonna get it one way or another. One way or another. They gonna
yeah, but they said I had.
Welcome.
Go ahead.
What did they say you had? Astigmatism?
They said astigmatism, I think, in both eyes. I don't know. I gotta look at my prescription, man. I don't know what it said.
Yeah,
but I tried to be so cheap. I got the I didn't get no anti-glare. They started trying to add all these charges at the end.
See, you really don't need that stuff. You just want stuff that you can see out of it, and it be the further stuff get away, you can see it clearly.
You can see it clearly. I can see clearly now.
Yeah, man.
So,
yeah, man. Welcome to the club.
Thank you, man.
Welcome to the club.
I feel smart. A couple of my
it changes everything. It changes everything. I start, using a thesaurus when I got my glasses.
Oh, there we go, man.
Like
Correct
that.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the thesaurus, I heard that Malcolm X learned the whole dictionary.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite movies is Malcolm X, the Spike Lee joint. Oh, you already know, right? But it has a scene where he's in prison, and I think his name was Minister Baines.
Yeah.
He is teaching him, how to go through the dictionary and read beyond the words, think about what's there and what's not there, and that's how he started. So that's a scene in the movie. Now, I haven't read the full autobiography, so I can't tell you if that's valid or not.
Right.
It's a great scene in that. It's a great scene in the movie.
I got you, man. Nah, Corinthian. Nah, I definitely feel a little different. But speaking of different, man, you looking a little different too, man.
Man.
Is
it?
You've been holding your hands like that.
Look, I've been holding. Look, I need to put a little bit more lotion on and stuff. But yeah, man, I joined the married club.
That's how you talking now.
You
just stroking your beard with that.
For no reason. Look, I don't even need to stroke it, man. So I got married on December the 18th. 2021 in Williamsburg, Virginia,
wow.
To my lovely wife, Dr. Latasha Nicole Ely Kelly.
Man.
Yeah, man, got married, and then we moved her out here shortly thereafter, we closed on a house out here in Kansas on December the 13th. So
So
closed on.
let me get this right. Let me get this right. You got married first off to a doctor.
Yeah, look,
You
she the
got
smart
married.
one. She the smart one in the
She the
household. I
smart
tell you
one in the
that.
house.
She the
We
smart one. In the, yeah.
beautiful wedding too, man. Beautiful wedding. I
Thank
had so
you.
much fun, man. Just
Thank you all for
sharing the
being
love.
there. Yeah. Yeah.
You said you got married December, moved into a brand new home. I'm talking about
So
nobody lived in that house before you moved in there.
yeah, man. So God is good. I'll say that. I'm gonna start
Yeah,
off there,
yeah.
because once we set the wedding date for December, um, and we had been talking about it and things like that within this past COVID year. You know, COVID really helped us to reset and realize how precious time is. So we got to a point where what we're waiting on. So at the beginning of the
Wow.
year, we said we're gonna get married. We set a December date. We did not want to cross into 2022 not being married, so we were really backdating from there. So now a little bit more backstory. So I lived out in Wichita, Kansas. Tasha was out in Maryland. She works with the Department of Education in the DC area. So we was we lived in two different time zones. And so I was saying, all right, we're gonna do it. That means um, somebody's gonna have to move.
Right.
Tasha trusted me enough to make the move out here to the Midwest. So we were
Wow.
house shopping for. We probably started house shopping in May, June. Now, I want folks to realize that the housing market was crazy
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Like there was
Yeah.
a lack of what they call inventory because folks were buying up houses, and some way, somehow, um, they had things like out in this area, they have what's called a parade of homes where the new builders, architects showcase some of the homes that they built, some of the new designs that they have. It's a huge event out here in Wichita, Kansas. So Tasha actually flew out here for that. We were looking and looking and looking. Um, saw some prospects, some things that could meet in our budget, but we didn't quite see what we wanted. So
Okay.
Tasha had to fly back home because she was still living, in the Maryland area. So she sees back in Maryland a house that's on the market, and she is like, I took a virtual tour of it. Excuse me.
Oh, you good?
Sorry about that. Let me get back to where I was at. All right. Can you see me and hear me?
Yeah, yeah. We got you.
Okay, I apologize about that. So she sees in Maryland, Virginia, a house. She was like, I just found this house. I took a virtual tour. You need to go and see this house tomorrow. That's what she said. So
Wow.
she found the house in Maryland. I go to check it out, and I walk in. I'm with my realtor. Shout out to our awesome realtor that helped us find this place. She sets it up where I can go see it. Um, I like what I'm seeing, and like let's move forward. And everything just fell into place. So we literally closed on a house. We had to get pre-approval. We got our pre-approval through Wells Fargo, so we was in the driver's seat, and
Wow.
able to
So
kind of
pretty much,
shop
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Exactly, which is nice. So for those first-time home buyers like we were, you definitely want to get your pre-approval first because that tells you how much you can play with. So that puts you in a position of power. This was a new experience for all of us, so we didn't know, everything,
Yeah.
but learned a
Yeah.
lot on the way. I had great, advice from my brothers, Arthur and my oldest brother Daryl. They came and checked out the place, so we were able to close on it. Was able to close on December 13th. Then I flew out to back home to Williamsburg, Virginia, to get married. December the 16th. We got married December the 18th. Left to go on our honeymoon in Pleasanton, Kansas. We drove back, got there December 20th, and we walked into this brand new house on Christmas Day, December the 25th.
Wow, see y'all. So y'all definitely had a Christmas present instead of a lump of coal under the tree.
It was
No,
a great
I mean
Christmas present.
just how you just methodically just talked about the process and the steps is, a lot of people are trying to get there, and they wish they could just get married and walk into a house, or have a house and then get married and be able to walk into the house. So kudos to you, and I commend y'all for the route that y'all took to marriage. And obviously y'all in y'all mid-30s, right? And y'all are both working professionals. You have your careers, and y'all just made this thing work, and it's beautiful because not many people can say this. People are trying to get to where y'all are at.
Well, definitely, I'll say God had his hand in the mix, because now, like I said, Tasha works for the Department of Education in DC, and luckily, some way, somehow, through COVID, she was able to get a remote transfer. So she lives out in Kansas now.
Wow.
And is able to work remotely or from home. And then they were able to transfer her duty station, if she should have to go in, for a weekend or do some stuff, to Kansas City, Kansas, which is 3 hours away from where we at.
Wow.
A little less than 3 hours away where we at. It's an easy drive. It's not like driving in DC,
Wow.
So everything just fell into place. So we're very, very thankful for that.
Congratulations, man, to the newlywed couple, man. Y'all are doing your thing. Corinthian, not only did you get married all in 2021, not only did you buy a house, get married, but you also finished your MBA program a couple of months before that.
I got my master's in public administration, and got a couple of certificates, one in nonprofit management, public finance, and city county management. So that was a true blessing. It was a goal that I had set for myself a while back. I'm following in the footsteps of my brothers. My brother Arthur, that's being modest, he was the first one to get his master's. He got his master's from Liberty. Then Daryl got his master's. What year did you get your master's, Arthur?
Ooh, correct, man. You date me, man. I think 2013. I think I got my master's. 2013. Yeah.
So Arthur went 2 for 2. Daryl went 2 for 2. Jackie went 2 for 2. Akia going 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Tasha went 3 for 3. So I had to keep up, man.
You had to keep up. Hey, is that keeping up with the Joneses, man, or is that just keeping up with the legacy and everything? Well, Kia, yet again. See, that's my master's. Thank you, honey. I appreciate
it. I get what you're saying.
I appreciate
that's what you're supposed to do. As
I appreciate you, honey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Always got it.
Is somebody gonna say
always somebody.
He said that's her. So it's really,
No, but we was talking about keeping up with the Joneses. That's the legacy. Obviously I worked in admissions, so we have a lot of legacy scholarships and stuff that your parents went here, your parents, your grandparents, or somebody in your family went here. But that should be like that with the education as well. Like you can continue on to get your education. So I love that.
To that point, I look at it this way. each generation should uh, try to surpass the previous generation.
Yeah.
And when I say surpass it, I mean go a little further. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where our parents pass the baton, we need to advance the baton further. And when we pass it, when you pass it to your kids, you want
Yeah.
them to go a little bit further than where you were. See, we're not competing with generations. We just trying to keep the momentum going. It should all be moving forward. It
Yeah.
should all be making
I
progress.
love it.
If
I love
yeah,
it.
so
Yeah, no, it just reminded me of one of my favorite quotes, and I'm trying to make sure I remember. Once your work has begun, never leave it until it's done. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. So once we start something, man, we got to finish, man, and see it to
yeah,
fruition, man.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I love that. Corinthian,
yeah.
we go out to talk. We about to talk. Not only did you finish your your master's program, not only did you get married, not only did you buy a house in 2021, you also were a recipient of the 40 under 40. and
Hey,
and Corinthian, that's just crazy, man. All of that in 1
man,
year.
man, God is good, man. God is good. It's cool, to be recognized as up and comer. But it's motivation. It's motivation
Motivation.
because
Yeah.
for me, I know I haven't reached my fullest potential yet. So it's just motivation,
What's up,
for
Matt?
me.
How you doing,
Hey,
bro?
what's going on, man?
Season 2, man. We gonna hit you up again, man. We just Corinthian been so busy. He been so busy, and when you trying to you trying to produce content and stuff like that,
Man.
you could have one person.
You was gonna
But
do a Stephen A. Hey, Arthur, you was gonna be like Stephen A. when he just let Max
I
go.
didn't sign up for that, so so I appreciate you, bro. So be expecting that email, man. Corinthian, I'm sorry to cut you off, but we had some stuff, Corinthian. We had some stuff rolling, man, and stuff got put on pause, and that's tis life. Tis life.
Yeah.
Stuff got put
But
on pause where we had to cancel some dates
we
and everything.
we had to put some stuff on pause, man.
But we back.
But Arthur, we had a good run. Season one, man. We did around 30 shows.
We did about 30 some odd shows, Corinthian. We did a whole
30 shows. I'm just thinking about the content, the quality content that we were bringing, the people that you were scheduling to come in. Because now Arthur, when Arthur say, one person can do it, Arthur was doing a lot. I was just showing up. Arthur just sent me the link and I just show up and click on it. But a lot of the leg work in terms of editing videos and things like that, that's all Arthur. Arthur is very gifted in that and making promos and stuff like that. So thank you for doing that, because I won't. I'm telling you right now. I was CS 3 years.
Yeah, great. Well, now it's about to be how can two walk together someday? It takes two to tango. Now, correct, but we coming back strong, and I want to tell you, America. I want to tell you, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, StreamYard, Buzzsprout. I want to tell you, we coming. And we're here. We're not going anywhere. Sorry, we've been absent, but now we're present. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. I'm talking. We back by popular demand, and we're here to bring you some good content. I'll take on things. Two brothers coming from Warwick Lines, Newport News, Virginia, got something to say. And we're gonna talk about a lot. So, and we got a lot of guests, man. A lot of guests lined up. Some heavy hitters too. Corinthian. When I talk about heavy hitters, people that's doing stuff, man, moving and shaking.
It's so cool to see folks that progressing and doing stuff, man. it's energizing. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be a part of it. You want to be a part of somebody that's moving forward and striving for greatness, man. So that's so cool to see.
You think we can finally get Daryl on here, man? I mean, he got a message for everybody, man, and everybody needs to hear
Hey,
it.
you got a book with Daryl Jr. agent.
Yeah.
You know, you think I be doing stuff. Daryl is doing some damage in the city, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
what I mean by that in a good way.
Yeah.
So
Man, you said it's nothing but God, man, and that is so true. A lot of times, we cliche-ish say, it is God and stuff. No, but it's God, Corinthian. I'm telling you, the pandemic hit, and we're gonna talk about this more on our broadcast. But the pandemic hit, and it shifted a lot of things. I had to think about a lot of things in a different perspective. My house flooded, man.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I was nowhere in the ark, man. Grant, the house flooded,
you
man.
You tell me the buckets, man.
Yeah, man.
Corinthian,
man. So I had to do some things different, but Corinthian, it allowed us to, sit back. My job, I was able to work from home, Corinthian. And yes, a lot of people were forced to work from home, or forced to be laid off, or have to take out PPP loans,
furloughed, folks got
all these things.
Yeah.
But I was able to work from home, and also I was able to, really dive into some things that I wanted to do and that had always inspired me. And Corinthian, I'm talking about the Kelly family was able to go on YouTube, and Kelly's take on Chesapeake. Just me posting a simple video got some likes and got some comments, and I just kept with that. But it allowed us to also dive into getting on the screen, on the big screen, Corinthian.
Arthur, I saw you on commercials with the kid. I was like, hold on, is that Blake? Is that
what's up, Mike? Let's take a walk. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on? Content creator. Yeah, man. Like just the power of social media. What you can do, what you have access to now is so cool. Who you can reach, who you can touch, who you can connect with. Because like we're saying, I'm in Park City, Kansas.
Yeah.
That's 23 hours away, and we were able to, through this medium, get asked to do, talks to avid students and things like that, and think about prior to, not using these kind of mediums, how you had to be there, or you couldn't meet with them, but technology has allowed us to connect in different ways, which is cool, and we've been taking advantage of those opportunities, which is great.
Corinthian, I'm fully committed to the mission now, man. I didn't got right now. I didn't think TV or broadcasting was my forte. I mean, I'm just having fun doing it, but I didn't got a taste of I got a taste of a little
I get it. I get it.
So but I'm gonna continue to use this platform to to do what I think God has intended for myself to do, but also as as my brothers, because we kind of always talked about this avenue, this space to talk. I mean, and when we started back in November, and I can't even remember what year this was, but during the pandemic, we just kind of talked about that. Me and Corinthian talk on the phone, FaceTime all the time, and we just talking about politics, parenting. We're talking about policies. We're talking about any and everything. And we just wanted to share this with y'all, and hopefully y'all have some wonderful comments and everything. And then we wanted to invite some guests onto our space to share their talents, their gifts, their treasures to the world, and all hopefully that we can all impact somebody's life. So
Yeah. I mean, you said it so well, Arthur, and it's something about when something is yours. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
When you have some ownership on it. Um, my brother and I mean, this is our platform.
right,
we can direct it how we see fit, and that's powerful. It's power in that, power and ownership.
yeah,
So even if it doesn't extend, beyond quite what we're doing now, it's still like I love the fact that from this platform, I've had an opportunity to talk to avid kids like we benefited from. You
yeah,
see what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
if we don't do nothing outside of that,
yeah, man.
that's been cool.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Corinne, I got a chance to talk to Blake played basketball for the first time, and I got to be able to talk to the whole program, the Upward program, and it's a
Okay.
lot of Upward programs within Virginia, and
Hmm.
and they asked me to speak, from a coach's perspective to the program for their little graduation. And I talked about the four quarters and the four quarters of life out of dealing with faith, family, your friends, and your finances. And I had a
Hmm.
great time with them, man. Just something short, sweet, something that they can remember, something that they a tidbit that they can take with them through
Yeah.
life. And the four quarters are real, Corinthian. I mean, we right now we in another quarter in our life, and you
Absolutely,
got to be
man.
doing something, it's about to be that, we getting close to that, that 50 mark, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
are we gonna do in this span of our life? And I got to thinking, what am I gonna do, Corinthian? Since the pandemic, I have another show, The Remedy Room. Shout out to The Remedy Room. Season
Yep.
2 is going on now.
Yep.
Shout
Yep.
out to
Yep.
Mr. Perspective, the First Lady, Miss Unapologetic. Where our next episode will be airing on Monday. But The
Okay.
Remedy Room, obviously, I'm going to continue this thing. If the commercials is calling, I'll be there.
Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep.
I chair my task force by diversity, equity, inclusion. That hit me really hard. The George Floyd incident hit me really, really hard. And
Mhm.
I said I had to do something, Corinthian. I just finished at the University of South Florida the diversity certificate program. So I
Wow.
have the
You kept that
diversity.
under wraps. You kept
Corinthian.
that. Look, you just popped some stuff out. You see how you slid that in there? You didn't even tell us you was taking class.
Yeah, Craig. You was trying. I'm trying to. You talk about keeping up with the Joneses, Craig. I'm trying to keep up. You got two. Hey, man, who get just two certificates? Just you know what I'm saying?
Man, look. You get a certificate with somebody else paying for it.
I
You
know
get
that's
as many
right.
as you can. Why it's free? Why it's free? That's what you do. But that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah.
I'm loving it.
So
Tell us
yeah,
a little bit about that certification.
yeah, current it's the workplace certificate, diversity, equity, inclusion, and obviously it was a great program, man.
Yeah.
Held by the University of South Florida. So if your jobs, if they allow you to, if they have a diversity, equity, inclusion task force or program, I definitely encourage you guys to get involved if you are a champion of being equitable, diverse, and
Yeah.
including. And with my organization, we've done, man. We've done a lot, man. We've created a diversity, equity, inclusion calendar. We've
Mhm.
also have had workshops. I brought in a Native American chief during
Wow.
Native American History Month, and we had a
Wow.
workshop on how to provide scholarships and help students get their tribal numbers and all that. So we're doing a lot in that capacity. But I love the program. I recommend it for anybody that's in the workplace.
Mhm.
South Florida,
Mhm.
and it's very affordable, and you get that certificate, man. Add it to your resume and
Man, that is
go from there.
awesome, man. Man, congratulations on that. And
Thank
that's
you.
so that DEI,
Yeah,
where you see that diversity, equity, inclusion, you'll see a DEI. I mean, that's not saying that something should be in and out,
right,
in season
right,
and out season, because you should always be working on that. That is huge right now. For if a Fortune 500 company wants to be relevant, remain relevant, they have to have that component in what they do. And you look at it this way. Um, I'll use this analogy, okay, for the naysayers about diversity, because diversity can be a polarizing word to some
right,
people. I don't know why, because we like diversity.
right.
If I say you want to diversify your personal financial portfolio, people know that that's a smart thing to do.
Correct.
Diversify streams of income, diversify where you're getting, uh, where you're having multiple streams of income, investments in different places, not putting all your eggs in one basket. So it makes smart business sense and financial sense. It should ring true in the workplace as well. Having diversity of thought, having diversity of talent, diversity of ideas always makes things better. So
Yeah. No,
that's
Corinthian.
awesome.
We podcast heavy over here, Corinthian. Can we give a quick shout out to Dr. Ely Kelly
Yeah.
on
Yep. Yep.
she has a podcast, and let's give her a
Yes.
quick shout out.
Yes. You all can check out The Millennial Black Professor. It's a podcast by my lovely, brilliant wife, Dr. Latasha Ely Kelly. And she really, she is a doctor. She is a professor. So she really decodes and break down a lot of different topics, in everyday language that we can understand. So I love what she's doing. She has an awesome website. So, after we finish this post, I'll drop some links. You all need to check it out. I can't wait for the awesome. I mean, she already has some awesome content out there. So she got some merch as well. So definitely check it out.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right,
Oh
merch.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about
Yep.
it's all right.
She already got my. No, look, don't worry. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna show you one of the show. I already got to show you stuff, man. So yeah.
Corinthians season 2 for us, Corinthians, is gonna look listen, we got a heart for the people, and we got a heart for doing what we're doing, and we're going to be bringing some topics that I think are that everybody is thinking about. We're gonna, whether they be controversial or they be convenient, or where they be something that is that you had on your mind that you really wanted to talk about, and and you just needed someone on a platform to discuss it, to bring that out of you. Hopefully that something that we're going to say is going to allow for some conversation on some things. And season 2 is going to be filled with some guests. We got some more guests in Corinthians. Season 1, we had some bangers on Corinthians. We had Amber Ivy. We had we had Matthew Melvin.
Dr. Bobby Banks.
Dr. Bobby Banks. We had Dr. Victor Clark on.
Yeah.
We had police officer Chico Van Dyke. We had Major Dominic Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Dr. Angela
Carson. We had is she doctor or nurse? Oh Lord!
Let's say Doctor. Look, we might as well say.
Corinthian, we had Angela on Corinthian.
Yeah,
that was a banger.
Yeah, she brought it. She brought the heat. She brought the heat.
She brought the heat.
Everybody we had on brought the heat, man.
Oh, Corinthian. We had brother Mike Robinson with Let's Take a Walk.
Yep.
We had Corinthian. We had the Remedy Room was on.
We had the Remedy Room on. When you almost tried to have a cool, when you tried to replace me and stuff, doing auditions for co-hosts. because we had
And
contract
correct, we had
dispute.
we had a kid on as well. Now that one,
Oh, that episode is I mean, that's one of our classic episodes right there. That's a
that
classic.
that might be my all-time favorite episode.
That's a classic right there. I hope she don't use that ring light ever again.
No,
That is
Grizzly. I had to turn mine off just for this occasion. So you seeing me in black or gray right now is because I don't have my ring light on.
Oh man. Well, we tried to give her a shot.
We tried, hey, Corinthian. Hey, we gave her. You got one.
You got one opportunity. What opportunity to shine?
Corinthian, but we looking to bring some fire this season. So I'm hoping y'all tune in. As far as the time, we're looking, and I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all, we're trying for the Eastern Standard Time. We're trying. But if it doesning happen, just know that it's 8:00 somewhere. We trying to give y'all live in action without having to record this, so y'all can interact and y'all can stop us and tell us that we wrong, whatever. But that's what we're trying to provide, that live interaction for y'all. But if by chance we don't,
charge it to our hands. Charge it to our hands, not our hearts. And it's our show.
Corinthian, listen. Honestly, I'm gonna give everybody a little secret. We trying to have our mom on.
That's what we want.
We trying to have Barbara Kelly on. Now it might be like when we playing what's the game we be playing, Taboo. She gonna drop some knowledge on y'all. Yeah, we gotta have them on. So it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real in these streets. Corinthian, man, what you think about this war, man? We got a few more minutes, man. What you think about this war that's going on, man? I hate to go there. That's deep sea diving.
Oh, man.
I was trying to stay in the shallows, but it just hit me.
You waded right out to the deep end.
Or we don't even have to. Well, we can talk about the effects of the war, but maybe the gas prices, if you want to hit.
Okay. See, Arthur, you about to make it. This is supposed to be a teaser show.
The teaser.
You about to turn this into a full out. Man. All right. Gas prices. A lot of us gonna be walking. You know, there's a statement I learned in an undergrad. It's called "The world is flat," and it basically that sentiment.
Okay, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, not a flat earther, but the world is flat, meaning that everything is connected. Everything is connected. So what happens, you know,
hey Sean,
and another
thanks
country
for tuning in,
can affect, you know, what happens, you know, in our day-to-day life. So the conflict that's happening over in Asia, you know, is going to affect us in some kind of way. And we're seeing it in gas prices.
So what's up, Sherry? Sherry Chambers just logged on.
What's going on? Hey, and congratulations, Sherry got hurt.
Sherry, shout out, 2 for 2. She got that 2 for 2. You know how they say the 4 for 2. Yeah, 4 for 4. 2 for 2. Congratulations on your recent diploma. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Welcome to the room of scholars.
Yeah, but I mean, it just shows you how delicate, you know, one ripple, you know, far away, you know, affects what's going on here. So you're seeing that in the gas prices. I don't think they're going to come down anytime soon. But what we should be thinking about is how do we get away from our dependence in fossil fuels? how do we become more forward thinking and say, how can we get more electric vehicles going? And from my opinion, think about how many gas stations are just in Newport News or in Chesapeake.
Right.
That's a lot of actual brick and mortar buildings, right?
Right.
So in order to see the conversion, because if you got that many gas stations, you mean it's gas up in them. So that's a lot of money already built investment. The only way to shift that is if you see those same gas stations, those same companies convert. You got to see them maybe have 3 pumps for gas and then an electric, kind of plug station. If that doesn't happen, you're not going to break ground on a whole new, charging station. You see what I'm saying? So to me, if I could snap my finger, it's going to behoove those companies like Shell, Citgo, things to be the forward progressive people that say we're going to have 80% gas, 20% of the stuff is converted into, renewable energy. And then over time, you're going to see hopefully the scales bouncing, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Corinthian, it's just amazing. The wave was Tesla. It's been the wave now, and I'm seeing all the memes now. The Tesla people, they riding up, they laughing at everybody. Like,
look, if you got some Tesla stock, like me, Corinthian, we good.
So it makes me think that everything is for a reason, and I know that. It's hard to accept it sometimes, but I know that all of this is happening for a reason. I know the rumors of war and all that is happening for a reason. I know the price gouging is happening for a reason. But let's Matthew said something. He said with the reserves of oil, we shouldn't have this issue, at least not now. Price gouging. What could obviously. President Joe Biden is in the office now. He's been in there obviously for a full year, and we break out. Russia is invading Ukraine. Well, we have to think about it. Donald Trump was in office for 4 years. Russia didn't invade Ukraine. Why is that? Why is he invading now? I mean, what does this mean for us? And obviously it throws everybody that voted for Joe Biden. You're looking at the price, the gas pump right now, and in where I'm at is 4 something, and in the West Coast it's 7 something. All that, and the Simpsons, they always predicting what's going to happen anyway. So on this Simpsons show, it was like $7 dollars at one point. So it's all flowing into how it's supposed to be. But a lot of people are questioning. We just put this man in office. And our gas prices going up. Why can't we drill here? Why we got to depend on Russian oil? So there's a lot of explanations out there on a lot of social media platforms on why the oil is high, because obviously Russia controls a lot of the oil, but we have oil reserves here, like Matt said. So what's going on? Why can't we do it?
Well, see, the people don't control the oil. The oil manufacturers control that, right? So, I actually don't disagree with you, Sean, with that one. But this is that to say, would you rather be a producer or a consumer? And the point I'm trying to make is the producer has the power. I'll use this analogy, take it out of oil. Okay. You know what would mess a lot of people up here in America is if we walked in a grocery store and they ain't had no food up in there, right? We would be scrambling if we weren't farmers or if we are dependent on a lot of goods from a lot of different sources. And when you're dependent, when you're not a producer, when you're just a consumer, when you forget how to produce your own things, you're going to be at the mercy of whatever, whoever, whether it be a war, whether it be a famine, whether it be the weather, you're going to be
Right.
at a whole lot of other factors' mercy unless you know how to, with the food analogy, unless you got some plants and some vegetables growing out in the backyard, or have a chicken or two, or so you know how to do that, which a lot of us don't, you're gonna be struggling.
Right.
Like, should something happen, and we've seen that in different instances. We've seen that. What we should be doing is, counter to the American way. The American way is have your own. So we don't do public transportation. We don't really do, we don't do that in mass. That's not the mindset of everyone. In some countries, everybody ride the bus. So, I mean, in
Right.
some countries, everybody get on the train, so.
Well, Matt said it happened under Obama, Biden, and other Democratic presidencies. It is a systematic and it's intentional. I agree with that. Obviously seeing the price of gas increasing under Democratic presidencies is a trend, and under Republican presidencies is not. But you gotta remember, why is that? And
So look, man, Arthur,
I knew
wanted
you
to
see
look.
you see you
Y'all got
right
me.
now.
Y'all
You
got
trying
me.
to go school? See,
I,
Matt, what you
Arthur,
did? See, Matt. Listen,
Matt,
we
open it
just
up.
went out for a normal swim. We were
We
just
was
going
just gonna
swimming.
walk on the beach.
Now he
We was
got to
just
put on
walking on
his
the beach.
flippers and his
We was.
scuba gear.
Look, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say on the first show, season 2, something where people gonna be hot with me the whole rest of the season. I'm gonna tell y'all like this: Republicans and Democrats are a distinction without a difference, in my opinion.
Ooh.
And for that reason, I ain't voting.
See what y'all done did.
The only thing I'm voting on is local elections now. The national elections, it's theater, and then I would say the Democratic Party, in my opinion, should be done away with, especially with people like us getting our vote, because what has changed since they've been in office? What have they done? And what I'm saying is, I'm looking at the track record. What has happened? Now, we've had a Democratic president in office for a year. Has the George Floyd bill been passed? Has I just heard on the state.
I don't know.
Okay, if it
it
did, okay, all right, okay, I'll give him one. Okay, no, I'll give him one. Okay,
listen,
all right.
listen. Let me do my public service and now. The view. This is a two-man show. We are not in the same room right now. He's in another part of the country. I'm in another part of the country.
Look, our views are separate and our own views. Right.
I need to find.
Oh, Arthur just left and left me on here? Okay. Well, again, Arthur, you left me by myself. I was gonna
Corinthians, see? They kicked us off the air.
They tapping the line. No, I'm gonna finish this one. Okay. I'm gonna give this example. The State of Union address just happened recently, and Joe Biden said in portions, and you can look this back up. He said we should not defund the police, but we should fund the police. Okay, and he wanted the context on why that is, and that struck me because we haven't been saying get away with law and order. None of us have said that, especially in communities that we come from. What we have said is for all the money that is going into law enforcement, think about the statement, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure.
Ooh, say
So
that again. Say that again, Corinne.
an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. So for the money that goes in the law enforcement apparatus jail system, which is the most expensive system that you have here in where I work, it takes $30,000 a year to house an inmate. With $30,000 a year, think about if you put 10,000 into education or schools.
Yeah.
Think about if you put 5,000 into after school programs. Think
Right.
about if you put 8,000 into mental health services. You wouldn't need $30,000 jails because those people would be diverted. You would be handling the situation upstream instead of downstream. That means you would be getting there early, attending to the needs, the substance abuse, the mental health, the the poverty issues that are prevalent, and why a lot of people have to make some of those choices. And again, I'm all for holding people accountable, for a bad act. But if you have properly resourced, properly funded, properly, health care treated folks, do you think they need prison now?
Ooh. Wow.
Then you free up the prison to where now, instead of the prison being full of people that have mental health, substance abuse issues, they're being treated in those facilities. Now you can have violent offenders in prison. So you reduce the amount of inmates in jail. So jails aren't overcrowded anymore. That means you need less staff. That means less money. So what I'm saying is you would be saving money by doing this. So when I hear a statement about fund the police or defund the police, that's a political talking point. Nobody said cancel law enforcement. Nobody said they hate law enforcement or anything like that. I'm saying what I would want done with my $30,000, because I know it's going to house an inmate. I want to see what 10,000 can do in the right hands of the education system.
Oh, yeah.
We
Oh,
work in school systems. I know
yeah.
what that
Right.
could do.
Right. Corinne, I love Corinne. We talked about two specific words you just talked about: prevention, but then you said diversion.
Yeah.
I think can we change it from prevention, because preventing something is very hard to do. Because you don't know typically, you understand trends and things, but you could have a diversion. I'm thinking about diversion programs. Let's divert instead of trying to prevent it from happening, because some things are inevitable. All right. So, and a lot of times, I think some people get stuck on, all right, well, I can't, because crime is going to happen. They try to say that, but let's divert in all the programs and all the funding that you just said that can be shelled into so many things that can divert people from doing things as far as mental health and everything. I think could have more impact. And that's just me. When you were just saying those two words right there, I just the play on words is I think is strong in politics. And when people hear certain code words, they're saying, okay, defund the police. Okay, you're trying, so code words are very important. And I think if we can have a diversion for things, instead of somebody saying, oh, you trying to prevent crime, well, you can't do it. Well, a lot of things, we can have a diversion for a lot of things that happen in our country if we just took the time to practice it.
Arthur,
that's why we got the flea flicker and the Statue of Liberty and all that in football.
Arthur, to that point, diversion is a legal term. Diversion, there's diversion programs that the justice system could put you in. For example, they have different courts out in Sedgwick County. They have a substance abuse court, or they're trying to fund a substance abuse court, meaning that if you get caught with a substance abuse crime, should we put you in the prison system, the penal system, or divert you to a substance abuse facility, where would you be better served?
Yeah.
You know, but I want you to think, and we're going to unpack this more, you know, as we go on the show. It's a reason why there's some people that get diverted, the same crime committed.
Yeah.
Some people get diversion, some people get sent to rehab, and some people get sent to prison. Now, you then have to ask the question, well, why is that happening? Who is getting sent to prison? And then when you look at the money, when you follow the money behind it, you know, if I do have a packed prison, that means more money has to be put into the system to keep it. But if you start diverting people from prison, people will say, well, why do you need this in your budget when you're only housing this many people? So there is a incentive to pack a prison because that's how you keep money coming.
Listen, if we didn't learn it, wow.
there's an incentive to go to war because that means you can use all these defense contracts that you've been building, all these weapons. You know, if there's nothing popping off, how do you justify making more war stuff?
Corinthian, if we didn't learn anything from the Wizard of Oz and Dorothy, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the money.
Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money.
Oh, Corinthian. Oh, see, Matt. Thank
Matt
you.
Started it.
But no, thank you. See, you got them started. And we didn't went scuba. I'm talking about
it was light. This was
we in
the
Atlantic Ocean. We were supposed to be at Virginia Beach just swimming. The net was supposed to stop us from going that far.
Just at Yorktown. We were just supposed to be at Yorktown, walking on the beach, just getting our toes wet.
Correct. All right, season 2 gonna be great, y'all. Hey, oh, Chris, season 2 gonna be great. How's the weather out there in Kansas, man?
Arthur, it's actually snowing out here.
It's snowing.
It is snowing out here.
Oh wow, Corinthian, man.
Yeah, it didn't turn cold.
Okay, well, it's rainy out here. It was. You know how Virginia weather is. It can't make up its mind. It was hot a couple of days ago. Now it's really windy and rainy. But we've been on for close to an hour now. We're back, guys. We are back, and we're not going anywhere because it's our show.
Strap in, stay tuned.
Yes. Strap. All right, Kurt, we going for a ride. I'm talking about Monte Carlo. I'm talking about we going for a ride. I'm talking about but we got a lot of things to say, and we want to get your feedback. Hey, you can catch us on Thursdays for now at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to try to keep it Eastern Standard Time for people like Sean, who says it's an hour past her bedtime. We're trying to keep it Eastern Standard Time, but hey, we gotta handle our Midwest people too. So it might be a couple of days that we log on at 9 Eastern Standard Time, but 8, what is it? Central Time, your time. We're gonna be talking about a lot. If you have any topics that you want us to discuss or you want to bring to the table, you can send us that to our Instagram. You can DM us at Kicking It With the Kellys. At Kicking It With the Kellys. I have it up here somewhere. Or you can oh Lord, I forgot our email address, so don't quote me on that. Or just subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kicking It With the Kellys, and you can send us messages there too. Or on Facebook.
Up in the top right corner, it should be our card that might have all that information on. It's on mine.
Yeah, it does. All that information is. Oh, Corinthian, see, thank you. That's why I need it. All that information is right on our logo, our Instagram, our Facebook, our email address, everything. So definitely reach out to us. Corinthian, I'm happy to be back. Oh, Corinthian. Let me just tell you, and all the people, I was ill for the past 3 days. I had a stomach bug. but I'm feeling good today. I thought about doing the show today, and I'm feeling better. But thank you, Jesus, because I was out. I was out
Yeah.
for the count.
Yeah, man. Well, look, we glad you feeling better.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Hey guys, check out the Remedy Room on Monday. Check out give me Dr. Ely's show title again.
The Millennial Black Professor.
The Millennial Black Professor. Check that out on is it on all social media platforms?
It is.
All right, check that out, guys. And obviously, if you are not following us, if you're not subscribed to Kicking It with the Kellys, make sure you do it so you can get the updates on when we're going on. But we back. Corinthian, it's been a pleasure, man. We're going to keep swinging, man.
We're going to keep swinging, man.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, bro.
All right, man. Peace, everybody.
It's just some things you can't do no more. And some places you can't go no more. Some things you say you can't say anymore.
On Bourbon Street or not. But
Corinthians said this is oil. It's probably big. What is bigger than oil? This thing is diamonds. Like, it's like so massive.
Not gonna do this with y'all. Y'all not gonna. This is cyber.